Hey! Welcome back. It's Tuesday, back to streaming, and I'm going first up for an hour playing Tropico 4. As you can probably hear from the funky music. Options, let's get the music down a little bit because that's just loud. Music volume. Let's turn that down, like there. Voice volume, we can turn that down hard. Yeah, we'll just have it half. Well, actually, that can stay where it is. Hotkeys, visuals, online, whatever. Okay, and we're gonna play. We're gonna sandbox it, and I don't think difficulty hard. I don't think I'm good enough for a hard difficulty area. I mean, I'd ask chat where do you think I should go, but it'd take you like half an hour to respond. You know what? We'll go to Pashanga Volcano. You know what? We're just gonna go to this place. Forward. Neither an ox nor a donkey is able to stop the progress of socialism. Okay. I mean, if that's what you think, I'm pretty sure they're the face of socialism. Anyway, political stability. Impacts rebel attacks, coups, uprisings, protests, subversive. Okay, blah blah blah. Very dangerous. Wait, so if I as a Russian, that's funny. I'm gonna keep it very dangerous. I think these are like this is the way I like to have it. Modifiers, commodity prices, starting treasury. Oh, well, obviously you can see that I'm not very good at it. But I suppose we could keep this at like normal. But that's just so much. No, okay, we'll keep this normal. Tourism impacts the number of tourists and their wealth. Well, I suppose we just got to keep it the same. I know we've only got like an hour, and I'm not gonna play 50 years in an hour. But it's nice to have it a little bit longer just to fall back on. Population. This doesn't make too much of a difference. I think actually the higher population actually makes it more difficult because you've got to like make sure there's jobs and housing for the whole 70 people that you start off with. So with that in mind, I might actually keep it at normal. Random events, plenty, common, normal, rare, none. I mean, I'm imagining these random events are more like hurricanes, volcano eruptions, and the militant uprisings, but we'll put it on common, kind of a little nail on the seat. Prominent faction, we'll just have none, because whatever. Free elections. Elections are closely monitored by the international community. Fraud and the bypassing of elections are disabled. I'll keep them on, simply because I never actually used the fraudulent side of it. A faraway place. What's this? The island is far away from the United States. Tourism is less lucrative and you are less likely to be invaded by the US. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but I'm going to keep that off. Rebel yell on. Rebelling is a proud tradition of your people. Yeah, I like that on. God mode, we'll keep that off. Immigrants out. No free immigrants. Their player can still hire educated foreigners. Anyway, so, well, obviously we're going to keep the immigrants in here. That's just, it's unfair. Oh, it boosts the, difficulty, though. Which I think is actually kind of, I like that. It kind of makes it see it's, more prominent that, we need immigration. It's essential. We're going to go with my custom avatar. This is my custom avatar. He's a guy. He could be a girl, but he's a guy. He wears the generally. I'm not even gonna try to say that again. It's got a dark brown complexion because it's all relatively. Oh no, there's a pale one there, but I'm gonna stick with dark brown. The hat, he's basically swagger left, right, and center. Now I could give him a beard, but I've got the Abraham Lincoln beard. Chinese. Oh, the bulba. That doesn't look too bad actually. Yeah, the options for beards aren't too open, but we'll go with the bulbo and move forward. So, name. We're going to call this guy, what should we call him? What? Oh, well, Steph made a good point, and I said ask the chat, so, if anybody's out there, which currently I'm not 100% sure if they are, yeah, I would love to hear your opinions on what we should name this swaggy fellow. And while I'm waiting upon that, Dr. Swagster, that's not a bad name. Developer. I like developer because no, it's not a name. It's like it's a background. Basically, how did what's my character's background? And you've got 22 ways of how you get you've gotten to this fame, and I've gone with developer because I just like the build. Like you have to build a lot basically, and I like to build a lot. Bigger, better, faster. You're so overeager to build more and expand your island's infrastructure that you always forget the damage your unhealthy, grandiose ambitions cause to the environment of Tropico. That's me in a nutshell, frankly. We've got a bunch of other ones here that, if there's any that you like the look of, I'll read them out or give them a little, heads up on what they do. But frankly, you've got, Harvard U and Moscow U, which just give you, a little bit extra relationship with, what their university's respective country. And then mine isn't too bad because, the mining camps, they literally just carry your country financially. Anyway, the rise to power. Apparently I'm a hotel corporate buyout. I think this is because it gives me... I want to also, enforce that I'm not in any way, shape or form this doesn't reflect my personal political opinions. I'm gonna how to say that multiple times throughout this series because I end up becoming very capitalistic simply because it gets you a lot of money, which I know is exactly what capitalism is, and oh well then you must be capitalist for you want its money. But what I'm thinking is more along the lines of it's just you can actually be a Hitler type character, no joke. It's possible to make some kind of concentration camp type deal used in some buildings, but I don't like to do that. I like to because I've found that it's weird because capitalism actually increases the happiness of the citizens a lot more than communism does. As they say, if you don't vote Labour when you're young, you've got no heart. If you don't vote Conservative when you're older, you've got no brain. But I don't agree with that saying. It's just what I'm using to blow off the, the insults. Anyway, plus 10 all Tropican fact. Oh, that might actually be a good one. Family values plus 50. I don't like religion. Well, It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I'm terrible at looking after it. Elected as socialist. And to be fair, Steph's got a good point there. I'm not very religious. Is he elected as a fascist? Yeah, Steph's in the room. I'm not insane. Or am I? I don't know. Military. To be fair, actually, seeing as I'm bad at dealing with the religion, maybe it'd be better if I make it cheaper for me, so it's at least easier for me to do. To be fair, though, this looks pretty good. Minus buildings cost. Plus faction respect. Minus crime. Minus liberty, which is obviously a negative thing, but yeah, I'll go with that. Traits. Now, hypochondriac. It makes hospitals and clinics better. But that's just going nowhere. Scholarly. What's this do? You wrote your first study when you were 6 years old. It was a treatise on the impact of the fifth spartal dimension on your daily life of the queen of an ant colony. As a teenager, you graduated from all renowned universities and became a legend among academic circles. When you're not attending world scientific forums, you spend your days in solitude at the Great Library of Tropico, where most benches carry a plaque upon which your name has been engraved in gold letters. Jesus Christ, this guy's come far. 30% faster education skill training. I'm going to keep that. And then vigilante. Minus crime, minus criminals. Which actually makes it boring, I'm not going to lie. So we can change this one, I suppose. I mean, I've got it to full. But I think the reason that I've got it is simply because it's, it's probably one of the better ones out of the options here. Hardworking sounds good. Increases production, which is obviously a good thing. Financial genius, which more capitalist faction respect, plus factory workers production. Minus cost of banks, marketplaces, and souvenir shops. I don't really use those buildings. Corrupt. Cheapskate. Alcoholic. All of these labels that you could associate with me. An activist. Intellectual faction respect and environmentalist faction respect. Don't really like that. Compulsive gambler. So basically I pay gambling, but I get US relations, and I'm better at gambling. I've not actually noticed a gambling mechanic in this game, if I'm honest. Compulsive liar. Incorruptible. Less crime. Yeah. Plus intellectual faction respect, less crime. I'll go with that. And then have we got, as chat suggested a name? Chat has not suggested a name, so Steph, name. Dr. Swaggy. Swagger, Dr. Swagger. Dr. Swag. Like that.
Dr. S. Swagger. No, Dr. S. Dr. S. Swagger. It's not shit.
Yeah, okay, like that. Okay, Dr. S. Swagger. Okay. And then...
Obviously, you go buy shit.
Yeah. Okay, play. Those are my principles, and if you don't like them, well, I have others.
This is Tropical News Today, and I am your host, Penultimo, bringing you the most objective, pleasant, and politically correct news. Stay with us to learn the truth, as approved by El Presidente himself.
Okay, so we've got our island. As you can see over there, there's a huge volcano with like a nice little volcano area. You can have different islands. You can make a randomized island, which I suppose we should have done, but... Okay, we can move the map around by pressing middle mouse button and like scrolling the mouse around, and obviously I'm looking around the map by putting my mouse to the edge of the screen, which I'm going to be honest, I don't like. I like how Civ 5 do it, where you can click and drag. At any rate, this is our starting city. This is where our palace is. We don't get to choose where that is. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I suppose it's, that's the way it is. No, we can't move the palace, but we can move everything else. Here we've got our dock and a garage. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to put a housing down here because, they've got the garage and the docks here, and people aren't going to want to drive all the way up to, this main city if they live here. So I'm going to put 2 bunkhouses there, and that should keep that okay for a little while. We're going to speed up the time a little bit because there's no point hanging about. Right, up here we've got some homeless people knocking about because this place is full. So we're going to want to build another one of them. As you can see, we've started off with like 20,000 monies. I'm going to put it sideways for space reasons. Anyway, so we've got we've spent 5,000 of it, but we've started off with housing. Now there are 5 main things that you want to look after here. You want to look after, housing, you want to look after entertainment, food, religion, and I think it's army is the 5th one. I don't know. You could probably download it. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got, another garage up here. Cars, they drive. We got this, it's a construction office. Now, generally, we shouldn't have to worry about this too much until the city starts getting really big. And at that point, all you do is build a second one. Over here is the Teamster's office, which basically take all the stuff that, the farms produce and give it to the people. So, to make it easier to get it to the people, we're going to go to... not there. I'm going to go to... welfare and... not there. Not there, obviously. You obviously don't know what I'm talking about right now. Is it infrastructure? No. Right. I'm looking for the market, basically, which I know was a building that I said I didn't build too much of, but that's true. I only build, one of it, because I only normally have, one area where people will live. I have no idea where it is, though. It's not going to be educated. Is it in here? Have I just missed it? No. Well, we're going to need to build a clinic, but as it is, because, healthcare. Boop. Drop that there. A logging camp would not be a bad idea, actually, to, get some money and, a bit of a cash flow. And we're going to put it a little bit away from the road, behind here, so that way that, it doesn't take up, the close to the road space, and it's right near the trees where where it needs to go to. As you probably just saw, was one of the overlays that make the whole ground go green, and this basically just shows, where's the most opportune place for such a thing to, exist. So, as you can see, it's given us some suggested buildings, and I'm going for them like pretty hard, simply because like it's the building that you need. We'll put that there. It should look nice. A church, yep. Once we get through these, we should be able to do what we want. Obviously, after a while, like, I'm building a lot of stuff very quickly. A high school. Now, a high school is probably a good idea, but we can't afford it because I've spent a lot of money very fast. Whoopsie. Anyway, so now oh, I have actually made a bit of a mistake here. I've built too many like just buildings for the people and not enough money-making buildings. Like, we've got the farm that literally, actually, the only money-making building is this one, and it's not even open yet. So yeah, I could quick build it, but I'm not going to do that. Nope, cancel. Anyway, so the docks here, we can see like we're going to get a freighter in 3 months. We'll obviously be importing some stuff off the freighter. And we've got no export, so we're not going to be making any money, but we get financial aid from the US and USSR, and that varies with your relations with them. So if I was like really positive with the US, they'll give me a lot more money. No workers, that's a surprise. Where is everyone working? But it should get workers relatively soon, seeing as there's like 2 full tenement buildings here. We'll probably need to add like an extra tenement building for every like, what, 10 people? And I might actually put on free housing, yeah. Because that's, you know, increases the happiness of the populace. Your ship has docked, bringing 13 new immigrants. Okay, well, pretty much I've already got to buy a new tenement, haven't I? So, yeah, let's do that, because it's good to stay ahead of, you know, ahead of the curve, as it were, in terms of housing, because, like, you know, it can, like, homelessness can build up pretty quickly, and then, you know, then what are you gonna do? Right, looks like we've still got a bunk here with some homeless woman in there, so we're going to get a new house, and it's going to be another bunkhouse. I'm going to put it, if I could turn this, there we go. I'm going to put it here. There we go. So that should get built, and she can live there and not be homeless. If, of course, she can afford it, because I noticed that her avatar showing that she was unemployed. But that shouldn't be a problem, because we're going to start getting some, you know, adding some jobs here. I should build a high school though, because it's good to have educated workers, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. We could build a mine. I know mines are very, like, as I said before, they are the most, like, money benefit, I don't know, no, you know, money giving. They offer a huge supply of it. So I could put this one here, and, you know, it'll get all that iron. And then we can use that iron later, if we go to industry here, to get a weapons factory. Because you need iron supplies. Anyway, but we're going to go to infrastructure, road. I'm going to drag this out. And I like to have my roads quite, you know. Straight is a word that I would probably use to describe how I like my roads. Boop, there we go. I mean, it's a little bit wonky, but it'll do. And then, yeah, obviously it's a dirt road. It'll upgrade itself as we kind of, like, you know, spread into this area with more buildings. For now, though, we've got 2 farms. I think you need a farm for every 50 people, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go back to food and resources. I'm going to buy a cheap, I'm not a bird, ranch. There's not really many good places for it, though, is there? At all. In fact, the closest good place is miles away. I suppose I could just do it. I could just put it here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put it like back here somewhere. Just. A freighter was not serviced by a dock worker. What? Ah, are you guys slacking? It doesn't matter. We probably didn't need what it had on it. Right. We've got an almanac here, which tells us what, you know, what's going on, how many people we have, and, like, you know, the average age. Apparently income disparity is going up. Overall respect is going down. Brilliant. So we've got some buildings. We need to generate some jobs, because it will get me money and it will get the town money, giving them opportunities to actually afford living, to, you know, the cost of living, which, I mean, we've already got a homeless person. Are you serious? Actually, they should move away relatively soon. With any luck, at least. That's being built. Some people protest peacefully against the government. Oh yeah, that's because I've put a high... Oh my Jesus. Oh, and they dispersed. What's his problem? Happiness. He doesn't like the pollution. He feels like he's got little liberty. He's not happy with his job so much. Oh, hello. A petition has arrived.
Has arrived at the palace, insisting for a museum dedicated to your youth to be constructed immediately. I personally signed it 300 times, and counting.
Construct a childhood museum and make all of us loyalists proud of our national heritage. Basically, that's saying, you know, here's a way of generating happiness. So, entertainment... Childhood museum for 1,600 is probably a good buy. And we could put it here, but I want this to be like a housing district kind of idea, like right opposite the palace, and then, you know, so we'll start, you know, spreading out a bit, because there's no point, you know, just trying to fit it into like all these like little nooks and crannies, but, you know, make a big city fast. So if I put this like here, and then I can construct a road around the back if I just go to infrastructure, and bring it across like this, and then bring it down like this. There you go. And now I can put another building here, buildings around the edge. So there you go. That's how you begin spreading. Although it's turned to a dirt road, which is kind of ugly, but you know, it will upgrade in time with any luck. Still asking me to build a high school. I can only just afford it. Alright, the church isn't being built. Oh, it's just about to be built. This little sun across the top, that means that my character, the president, is here, and it's making the builder want to work faster. I should probably use him a little bit more to like all of these buildings that need to be built. How's the dock area? This place still needs, like, I'm going to put this in high priority to make sure it's built. I could just quick build it, but, you know, it costs money. Okay. Oh, ding dong. Costs 500 to get a worker, and because we've not got a high school yet, I'm actually going to have to do that. However, yes, of course. Wait, what? Anyway, I'm going to actually construct the high school now, seeing as we've actually got some money behind us. This is where the you know, buildings are, so I'm going to construct a road quickly. I'm going to do it right off here, going down this little beaten pathway. Don't want to destroy the farm. And then we should be able to construct it along the edge here, which should look saucy if we go to education. We'll put a high school down. You know what? I might actually put a grade school down. I don't think it actually has too much positivity, like, you know, anything totally good associated with it. But, you know, I suppose it's nice to have it. Ministry. I've done it too small. Jesus. I could put it here, and then I think that does it. Oh, well, that's going to destroy the crops. Oh, little freeze up there. Is this going to destroy the crops? I hope it doesn't. It might, though. And that'll be, yeah, that's going to well destroy the crops. Okay, so can't put it there. I might put it here. Yeah, I'll put it here. Goose is now playing Payday 2. Have fun, Goose. Foreign Office. Oh my Jesus, I hate these suggested buildings because, yeah, okay, sure, I'll put them down, but, you know, let me do it at my own time, thanks. Oh dear, this is going all funky-dory. Yeah.
Relations between Tropico
we've
and the
sent
Middle
off some
East
goods,
have
which
hit
is
an
good.
all-time
Oh,
low point.
As long as the upper and lower easts remain on our side, we should be all right.
Right. Anyway, it seems we will not be receiving camels as gifts for some time.
Camels? Where? Ah!
okay, so a bit of, like, you know, dialogue to, like, break it up a little bit. The Pricer exported some more goods. We just exported, like, $9,000 of goods, and we're still under the bracket. The mines at full capacity might actually increase their job, like their pay. Yeah, I'm going to increase their pay because, like, it's going to pay dividends. You know, production 240. This is what, like, how much it should. Oh.
My dear Presidente, do you know that your advisor, Penultimo, spells his name with not one, not two, but 5 typos? all intellectuals agree that it is high time we build a high school on our island.
I have already begun construction on a high school, lady. Don't talk to me about building one when I'm on it. So I suppose, you know, high priority, and we'll get
What matter
my
requires
president here,
Presidente's attention?
and he can come here. Oh, misclicked.
What is it now?
Come here. He's going for the limo. Here we go. Oof. Dr. S. Swaggington. And that should help the high school build in, like, this second, probably. Yeah, you can see it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Maybe, maybe. Maybe. Oh, there we have it. A high school with nobody working there because we need high school educated people to teach people to a high school educated level. Like, somehow we've got one woman, but I really don't. These people will get educated and that will open up 2 slots. Oh, no, another woman joined. So yeah, each person obviously opens the amount of people that you can do. You can close these slots to stop, like, people, you know, getting the job, but I don't think that's as good as it might, for some reason, sound. Housing, we're going to need to get a new tenement up, because as you can see, there's some homeless buildings knocking up and about. We're going to put this one closer to the school. I know that I said that I wanted to fill that area out with buildings, but
a fight has started between the minister wannabes.
Judging by the number of applications we received, this means that Tropico is officially in a state of civil war.
oh dear. We don't want to hire a foreign worker. Don't want to hire a foreign worker or expert because it costs money. Oh, but we've got 3 people available for the Ministry of Defense. One of them is my doctor. Well, not my personal doctor, but he's a doctor. Remigio Vargas. I think he works as like a protector of like the palace, but you know, in he goes. Anyway, and what do these do? Why do I need these, you may be asking? And that goes to here, the edicts, or the edicts, or however you like to say it. Now I can do general ones myself, such as free housing, early elections, National Day. I like National Day. Tax cuts, which costs, you know, as much money for however many citizens there are, but it just raises the happiness. Food for the people, like, I like that, because that just increases happiness straight up. Social security, that just increases happiness straight up, depending on how many people there are. And then this just gives me 10,000, but, you know, permanently lower the environmentalist respect. Now, you need a minister to access these, like, rebels. Conscription, you know, if you got, like, I've not even got, like, anything at the moment, so, no. Silence the rebels, kill the rebel contacts on the island, nah. Anyway, so, yep, got a defense minister there. Now, what else do we want to jump on top of here? Oh.
The workforce of the
Thanks for
island
the tips.
is
I don't really care about him. He's saying get this foreign office. So, I suppose I should put the foreign office down here by the docks, you know. So they can actually check people out a lot easier and send them back on the boat. I might actually, I know it, oh, police station 4000, not a bad idea. Oh, that's weird, it's in the dock area where most of the crime's happening. Okay, yeah, I'll put that there then. I'm obviously running through running through my money fast, because, you know, there's a lot of buildings that you want to build, so, you know, maybe let's look at a salt mine? Is there any salt mining area? Oh, there's one right by the volcano, so let's maybe go in there isn't a fantastic idea. To be fair, I'm not seeing many, like, mining spots on the island at all. Natural resources, so there's iron there, and there's... It's empty. Oh, there's iron there. We've not got any gold or bauxite. I don't know.
Peace and love, dear Presidente. Please accept this flower wreath as a gift, and hear my plea.
Stop cutting our trees, stop digging our soil. All environmentalists will respect you much more if you live in harmony with nature and do not tolerate any mining or logging on the island like us. Right. The only buildings that are producing money right now are logging and mining. So, frankly, lady, get lost. On your bike. We could get one of these, like for £5,000 I could get a lumber mill, which should get us a bit more money in terms of exports, but like I don't think it works too well. I'm going to do it anyway, because, you know, there we go. And then we can put it, I suppose, right by the, oh no, it has a, oh no it doesn't, yeah, we can put it like right by here. Can I fit it, squeeze it in here? I can squeeze it in here, that's so perfect. There we go. And then that should just mean, like, they get the logs, bring it here, that makes the logs into fantastic lumber, it leaves selling it, like, twice the price. Uh-oh. That's a scary sign. Is that the volcano? I think it's the volcano. Yeah, it's all rumbling. Like, if we go to our overlays here, island condition, volcano danger zone, this area is, frankly, you know, pardon my French, it's fucked. Presidente, did you...
Presidente,
oh, okay.
did you pay attention in your volcano activity classes?
A volcano is one of the few things on our island that you can't really control, and it's currently erupting. Now would be a good time to panic. It would be a good time to panic if, like, you know, my city wasn't, like, 3 miles away from the blast radius. I can't do anything. Just have to sit here and watch that. There we go. Oh, Jesus, the whole screen's gone all a funny colour. It's created a huge, like, oh, and we got a little objective here. Why don't we allow
Presidente, why don't we allow those wealthy foreigners to just give us money?
have 3 new private businesses on the island? You will need a stock exchange. I mean, I don't really like the buildings that the stock exchange gives, if I'm honest. But, you know, I suppose it's one way of getting money. Where is it? Is it industry? It wouldn't be industry, it'll be in government? Stock exchange. It sounds... I don't know. God, this is what it's like when I need a Minister of Economy first. Customs Office. Allows export and import prices. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, I might build this actually. That might... Yeah. For 8,000 it's a bit pricey, but it... You know, once again, it pays for itself. Most of these things do. And I'm actually going to buy a college. I know it's, you know, like, oh, so you're just going to buy that thing? No, I'm buying a college. Just because the educated, as soon as like this gets built, then I can get some much more educated workers working on like a lot more stuff. Ooh, look at these little shacks here. That means there's some homelessness existing. So housing, tenement, and we can place this down. It's not a great place, is it? No, I can't fit it in between the two. I'll just, you know, continue my little district, you know, my little red light district here. Oop. I don't want to build 2 of the same type, so I'm gonna go to back on. Like I've actually just clicked on it and clicked off it again, so that we can have 2 different, you know, coloured and looking buildings. And then, to be fair, I wouldn't be able to fit 2 in here anyway, so I may as well put it on sideways. And, you know, that sets it up to work sideways along this direction. Also, we're rocking 91 people.
Our treasury balance is negative at the moment.
Right, so we've currently got, like, a population of 91 people. Foreign relations have deteriorated because of our national debt. I'm going to be honest, I have not paid attention to the money at all. It's kind of appalling. Why is this place not built yet? What? Right, at any rate, you know, Volcano's still, you know, doing volcano-y stuff. Lava. A freighter exported $20,000 worth of Tropican goods. That's fantastic. So that gives us, you know, not as much money as it said, but, you know, it gets us out of our debt. And offers us an opportunity to buy a few more money-earning buildings to, you know, keep us out of debt, basically. So, we could build another logging camp, which I'm kind of thinking of doing, because that'll mean more goes towards this station, which currently has no workers, which is scary. And we'll put it, it'll be terrible for the school, because noise pollution. This game isn't that detailed. But yeah, that should get... I'm going to put this on high priority because... Oh, you cannot not run faster than a bullet.
Look around, Presidente. See the overflowing garbage cans. See the toxic fumes in the air. See how Mother Nature suffers.
I know you want to do something about the pollution problem,
Our
Presidente.
hot topic today, the environment.
Okay.
I believe you have something to say, Sonny?
Dear
Okay, apparently the environment
we are all
sucks.
criminals.
I
Criminals
think-
against Mother Nature. Take a
Oh,
look at our
shut up,
once
Sonny.
beautiful beaches, now polluted. Take a look at the mounds of garbage, the toxic waste. This is our doing, and we should do everything in our power to undo it.
That's it for the environment. Next week, library subscription fees.
Ugh, I hate that woman. Basically, the way we're gonna combat this is by building a garbage dump. I think what's happened is like, okay, obviously the pollution looks pretty bad. There's no other way of looking at that. But I think the only reason why it's triggered is because the volcano went off and somehow had like a pollution-based negativity association with it. Anyway, so you know, it's a start. We're getting somewhere. We've got some buildings still trying to be worked on. Tenement here. What are our construction workers doing? Just milling about. Come on, people. It's not this ain't, you know, a leisurely city by any stretch of the imagination. You gotta work.
The Tropico youth is on the wrong path. They need to be schooled in praising the Lord through rum.
No. I'm not changing the high school's work to patriarchal. Yeah, no, not at all. I don't really want religious people, and I don't really want militant people because we've already got rebels as it is on the island. I don't want to be giving them more excuses to be violent. Full. Well, they're not full. They're just, you know, probably don't want people. I don't know. Lumber mill here has got. Wait, what?
I noticed that there were several shacks near one of your housing buildings. The building itself offers very nice lodgings, but people in the neighborhood cannot afford the rent.
Thanks for the tip. I do believe that's the case, and that's why I want to put free housing on, because these houses are only going for $1 for housing. So, yeah.
The good, God-fearing U.S. citizens like your goods. I don't know why, and I don't care. All I know is that you are going to sell us more of them.
I might increase the export volume to the US to 500. They want chemicals, nutrient additives, coffee, including canned tobacco, cigars, and electronics. I am not producing any of those things. So I'm going to just close that. I'm only closing it because I might, if I produce even one of those things, then it's worth taking. But currently I'm producing none, so, you know, it's not worth taking. In a nutshell. Is there 3 farms here? No, it looked like there was 3. Yeah, this should start building up soon. Yeah, they should be getting a few more people. I don't have the money quite yet. But once this gets put up, hopefully these shacks should go away. The rent's only 1, so I don't know what's going wrong here. I'm noticing a few people with little health concerns above their head. I understand that they should. And they're going right past the clinic. It's not got any workers. Oh. Right, we're going to need to put this place, like, high priority. I mean, you know, Dr. S. Swagger, you know, making sure they're doing the work. But other than that, you know, this place needs to get done. And I think it is. There we go. But we need oh my Jesus, we're actually going to have to get some college workers. I've just spent like 4,000 on foreign experts. Not that I have like a problem with it, it's just, well, I do have a problem with it. It's expensive. I don't want a foreign expert. I kind of prefer it if like our own people were experts. But unfortunately that takes time. I'm going to put this on high priority. I understand you can't have a bunch of buildings on high priority, but you know, our high priority buildings are getting built. Actually, because it's the only building that needs to get built, I'm pretty sure it's, you know, generally high priority anyway. We've got $27,000 right now, so we can do some stuff. And what stuff am I going to do? I'm probably going to build another construction office. Now, I normally don't build these too quickly, especially not when, like, we've only got so much stuff going on, but we could really do with, like, the influx of, like, workers, because I've got some huge plans for where I want to take this place. Let's build a bunch more tenements. Bam. Fuck. I don't like how it places some of the buildings without, you know, my permission. Place that there, we can place one here? Don't like that. Yeah, there. Okay, so we don't want to start expanding a little bit now in terms of, like, you know, roads, because I always do this. I always just build in this one area, and it ends up costing me, like, quite dearly. Ah, no, the tenement's in the way for the connection. I'm actually going to cancel construction. Cancel. Yeah. Why did I do that? Because I just cannot. I want this to be, you know, my perfect little island paradise. There we go. And to be fair, we can just put it on the other side. In fact, this offers, like, you know, a bunch more places for it. To be fair, I'm not going to lie, actually, that road was probably a terrible road, because it's probably costed me about, I don't know, it costed me a few hundred. You know, roads aren't expensive, but that's not much that I can build alongside it. Yeah, too rough. Like, probably put a few there, probably fit a few back here. Got a huge population density in the middle here. Our city is dirty.
Our city is dirty and polluted. I know that saying it aloud is not.
Oh my god, the environment happiness is only 11 out of 50.
We need proper healthcare facilities.
Right, it's not my fault that the clinic is just got no workers. Poor healthcare was responsible for 5 deaths. I hope it wasn't 5 deaths of, like, you know, smart people. Anyway, or just people in general, to be fair. Like, I'm not trying to discriminate. I'm just saying, like, you know, we need the smart people. Special assignment.
Comrade, I have a secret task for you. It is a matter of international urgency.
Export 500 salt. I'll get 5,000 just if I accept the task, but the nearest salt mine's miles away, so no. The environment has gone down, you're not wrong. So, to raise the environment, how do you go around raising the environment? You put down statues, fountains, gardens. Now I've got to press some really awkward buttons to change, but... oh, that looks nice. Can we fit it into here? Yes, we can. That looks nice, doesn't it? Should be able to fit one here, maybe? Yeah, I like that. Oh, could we fit one here without destroying the crops? Yes, we can. Can I fit it in between? Not quite. No, that's not happening. Oh, but I can put like a little row of them across it. Oh, yes! Doesn't that look beautiful? They're probably facing the wrong direction. I hope not. Oh, we could put this around the back. No. Put that there. Gets, you know, this. I think this raises the happiness. It, you know, I hope it does. I'm putting the. I hope it doesn't. The money into it. You could put this here. Yeah, that looks nice. I can't fit one there quite. Kind of would prefer to put a tenement here, but I suppose I could put a row of these instead. There we go. There we go. Let's go back onto the landmarks and beauty. Fountains. Ooh, a nice little fountain here. We can't. Oh, there's one pixel where I can fit it in. Or at least I saw it. I can't see it anymore. There it is. Bingo. And then let's see if we can get any bigger ones. Oh, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Where would I put it though? Yo!
Yeah?
Well, you know what? On that note, you know, with somewhat improvement, we're going to save the game. And we're going to call it stream. Yeah, there you go. We'll save that. And I'll thank everybody who turned out today for my section. Kira's going to take over. I don't know what she's going to play. But, you know, thanks for watching. I'll